As the team moves forwards with the rest of their event slash the rest of the day, you manage to take down what assumably was a very hard thing to do. Taking down a network of psychic beings, you manage to kill off the enemy. Get Nikolai out of, well, not out of a contract, but in a better state than he was before. Figured out most of your history, figured out what the heck's up with Fauna, and most of all, realized that all of you just need some time off. With the help around you, you managed to get a teleportation scroll, so you can easily get to the next destination if you so desire. But first off, you need to head towards one destination before you can take your initial break. Do you remember what it is and where it is?
Dust at least Dust has to go to the mayor's office. Dust and like up to 3 more individuals. So,
making a deal with Ironbeard, you manage to more or less convey that you guys are the ones that helped out in the town, and struck a deal with, hey, they came here to fix the thing, the mechanism to contact the capital city. They did so now you're just waiting to get there. They did mention up to 5 people can go there, but 2 of them are Dust and Ironbeard. So if there's anyone else you select, they will be there. If not, well, then just you guys.
And kind of right before Dust, before we kind of set off, Dust will be like, okay, we need to figure out what exactly we need to tell them, details wise. Not necessarily detail wise, but subject, just so that we make sure the capital knows what's going on.
Wait, what time is it?
11:30 ish in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
we basically haven't to figure out.
The end messenger
Oh,
cover.
yeah. Okay.
So,
Dogma,
we need to
did I skip a day that I didn't message?
No, you messaged
Jillian?
her like in the background. You like asked her how her day was. She was scrubbing something clean, like some.
Oh no, but I haven't told her that I lost all my power yet.
Oh, that
Oh,
no,
yeah,
you
no.
haven't done that.
No, I have not. So okay, sorry, Dust.
Okay. So we first need to tell them of what was going on here in Dawn, and the reason being that it wasn't cracked. But I think we should first understand why the item was damaged before we let them know. And Fauna, you actually gave us a little bit of more details than what we were expecting with the Great Forest, because there have been reports of it expanding, but with the way that you described how it used to be, it makes a lot of sense. With the forest being a place of refuge for the people.
Okay.
Very rough times. So, thank you for that, and we will let the capital know. We'll also let them know kind of what our plans are, where we're going, because we aren't heading to the capital straight away. We're gonna first go to my hometown, correct? Because I would really like for this blade, it'd be best if I actually work at my own workbench for this.
We could do that, Dust. There isn't a problem with that.
Are we sitting at the table? Where are we at? Are we still here?
Probably.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, wasn't that long ago when you spoke with Carl, which was the random wizard that gave you the scroll?
Oh no, he had to make it.
Oh.
He had to make it.
Yeah. I'm just saying that you're gonna get the
Yeah.
scroll. There's nothing that's not gonna change that.
Yeah, we're gonna get it later on in the day, but
Who's Carl? I don't even remember who Carl is.
Random wizard you guys found.
It was the group. Yeah.
the one that I made the engagement ring for.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then we're getting engaged.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm just gonna put him next to you, right there.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
no,
I was
yeah.
like, I completely forgot that happened. Okay.
Crazy enough, the only person that I remember from that group is Harry.
Okay. Nikolai would probably be very distracted by by the book that he'd be reading. So.
Is there any other information that we should tell the capital? I will be informing them of potential people, many people here having at least their children gaining psionic powers. Is there anything else that we should notify them of?
Probably not notify, says Whisper, but maybe get them to get other groups to get more information from the other 2 cities left remaining.
Oh, yes. Yes, and then they can just notify us once we... because they will know that where we're at.
Yeah, or if they can fix it themselves, even better.
Yes.
But Ada, you were saying that.
Oh no, I wasn't saying anything.
Okay.
Mhm.
But Amara does state, other than that, I'm not entirely too sure. We definitely need to get Nikolai some sort of specialist to train in more archaic knowledge. I have some information, but I am not an expert in this. I just have general knowledge, not the best adept. Opal has kind of the exact opposite trait of a wizard, so maybe not the best teacher for what he's trying to do.
My mentor is a wizard, and so we'll be going there. She will be able to probably help him out a great deal.
Wait, what? What did you say?
My mentor is a wizard, powerful wizard, as far as I'm aware.
Okay. Fun.
She will be able to help you out with your spells.
Nikolai, currently you're on Wizards, the Domain of Illusion. Currently, the Domain of Illusion is a scriptical pattern that illustrates the imagination within one's own mind. In order for that to be combined into one's own magic, one must blah 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 blah. It's a little over your head right now, unless you
Do I
have
need to read? Do I need to read or make a roll for like understanding it?
It takes time, but it's easier when you have a teacher. Go ahead and roll an Arcana.
Arcana, let's go.
You would normally have disadvantage, but Amara's helping you right now, so 16, nice. You're getting it. Like you're understanding the basics, which is good.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just faster with the teacher.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Dust mentions his former mentor / master of the arts in. I suppose it depends on what Dust defines himself as job title, because he has various skills. But I digress. Can help Nikolai with his endeavors. Amara then states, all right then, other than maybe notifying your friend, I think that's about it.
What? Whose friend?
The one
Yeah,
I met before we left the capital. Genasi woman, floofy hair. Didn't actually get her name.
Oh.
Oh, Vol.
Wait,
Vol.
oh my god.
I just
Yeah,
just
okay,
like
for a second. Wait, the Lila Genasi that I can remember is full, which we said, I believe, out of game that we were going to go back for her, but we never did.
Or at least keep her up to date.
yeah. We don't have the sending spell.
Poor full.
Hmm.
Yay.
Nikolai's just like, wait, who are we talking about?
Oberlin states, the one we left
Oh.
in the capital, and we can probably speak with her dad at the very least. Amara then states, does he know the king or something? Yeah, something. Cryptic, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Interesting.
definitely let Vol know that we're all doing fine. And at least reach out to them to let them know that we're doing that. That we're doing fine.
I'm not doing fine. I'm doing okay.
We're alive.
We're
Yeah,
alive,
I'm
but
alive.
not okay on the inside.
Whisper points towards Amara and Ada. We're alive! Better than being dead or possessed by a
alive.
demon.
Yeah! Yay! I feel like Nikolai's head hurts now. And he's just like putting his head into the book, and he's just like putting his head like facing up, face on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But without too much issue, you remember an old friend. But that's neither here or there. If you want to contact them, you're more than welcome to. It's just something I remembered you guys wanted to do, just probably forgot, so I mentioned it now.
Sure.
But yeah, with that, you who goes with Dust to the I guess to make contact. There's 3 others, so Ada and Nikolai can definitely come.
Yeah, it's up to 3. Like, at least Dust will have to go, but up to 3 others can go,
What
but they
kind
don't
of?
have to.
You know what? Dust should probably choose this one.
Above game, I would like Nikolai and Ada to come. And then I'm also thinking about Amara too. To just kind of fill up all 3. Because it'll be essentially the 2 players. It's almost, I can
What?
almost guarantee that Ada's ex-fiance might be
Oh.
there. This is above game. Just
Yeah.
talking above game.
No, I
And
didn't.
so-
You cut out for a second. I don't know if we were talking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So I think Nikolai, Ada, and Amara. That would kind of be our best round. Amara mostly being there for Ada, just in case if her ex-fiance is there and recognizes her.
that's fair.
So, and I can count. We can generally count on Opal and Whisper being able to take care of Fauna to some degree.
If you ask them.
Yeah. So,
In game, you more or less asked Ada, Amara, and Nikolai to go with you. Does anyone ask? Does anyone
Is
ask?
this?
Go ahead.
I'm asking Dust. Is this political? Are we doing something like important?
Sort of.
we are. You don't. what we're doing is we're just reaching out to the capital, letting them know what went down here at dawn.
Can I read my book on the way?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm surprised by that. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with it. Opal, Whisper, can you take care of Hana?
Sure. Was probably gonna go collect information, but sure, I'll watch over the kid. The 23-year-old child, I think.
It's funny.
Don't know.
I'm a child.
Well,
Yeah, Fauna, no, stay safe. We will be back. Stay with your Aunt Whisper and Aunt
Oh,
Opal.
God.
Be safe.
just gonna openly face palm.
Family now?
She looks at you quizzically.
Okay. Let's get going. We don't have a whole lot of time.
You guys
well,
begin.
so-
Go ahead.
yeah. I'll just essentially say, like, you don't necessarily have to be here in the tavern. In the inn, probably gonna
Just,
at least spend the rest of the day here. Maybe tomorrow as well. So
Yeah.
just
Yeah, go take
sounds
go on walks sometimes. Those are nice.
let's get going, you three.
You guys begin to head out, and in the background, you do hear whisper. Aunt is a metaphor to someone close to you? Is that really true? No, I just don't really know how to phrase this. He put me in a conundrum. Whatever. Sure, I'll be your aunt.
You just made
I was
the
gonna-
most awkward couple group
Oh,
Come
man.
man.
into a surrogate aunt,
She's down.
aunt and niece.
But anyways, you guys begin to head towards the mayor's office. There you see Ironbeard and Mayor Vanetta. It almost looks like an exact replication of that one council chambers room that you were in beforehand. But you found it, on this plane of existence, not a different one, which is how it felt the first time you went there. Ironbeard greeted you, and you easily came in since you were with him. He stepped inside, and there he notices the mayor, and he does state, Mayor, these are some of my hired help. I found them in town. Thought I could help them, use the mechanism to establish connection with the capital to see how well I did of a good job. The mayor looks towards him. As long as it's working, it should be fine. Any reason why these specifically, since they're outsiders? Exactly. If they were from this town, wouldn't it be weird if they tried to call back into it? I don't think the magic would work that way. I've never attempted it, so it's possible, I suppose. Right then. Do you mind sending us to that dimensional duplicate zone? Very well then. I also rolled a 14 to see who was here. Only the mayor.
Oh.
So Steel, Fire, the family of Steel, Fire, Wind, Earth, and Water are all in their own homes, respectively. But the mayor sits down on the by the table, and she puts her hand down. She begins to chant something in Celestial. If you speak it, you understand it. If not, that's okay, because it's happening anyways.
Just does.
She's more or less casting not casting it, but activating the spell known as Planar Shift.
Okay.
The table begins to vibrate, and then you see nothing happen, but you feel like you're in a different place. If you've ever been, I suppose, dizzy in a sense, that's the feeling you get right now. It takes a little bit to adjust, but then you finally adjust to, transporting to a different place without really knowing about it. But Vanetta does state, very well then, I will be by the door if you need me. You can go ahead and use the looking glass. She moves over by this guard, and Ironbeard then states, "All right then."
Yeah. I wasn't in the chair.
You could have been if you wanted.
Magic can be obtained through learned magical means, and it is obtained by understanding the world around us. Indeed.
Just ever so quietly, I'll lean over to Ironbeard and I'll be like, "Did they ever say how it got damaged?
Nope.
What did it look? Just in your repairs, how did you think it was damaged?"
If I had to guess, someone like hit the sigil markings very, very hard. Like the table, the looking glass has these markings on it that allow you to visibly as well as audibly hear the other individual that has another looking glass. The markings or the symbols or the enchanted script were like gashed in as if something either beat into it, it got clawed, or other. Unfortunately, I am not a survivalist, so couldn't really tell you which, if not all of them. Just something hit the markings really hard, which caused it to malfunction.
I'll just I'll put the book down for a second, because this seems like something I should like kind of maybe just like look into so I could learn a little bit about something. I don't know, or at least do whatever he tells me to do.
Dust will just be like, "Thank you for letting me know. This will also aid in the report back that we have to give." So.
Sure. Thankfully enough, only a zone of 10 feet can hear or much less communicate within the looking glass zone. So she shouldn't be able to hear anything unless you talk very loudly.
I do not plan on doing that. Thanks
Okay.
for the information.
He begins to do the finishing touches to the mirror itself, which is just fully ingraining magic into the system to activate it again. Nikolai, while you're observing, go ahead and roll Arcana. Disadvantage. Oh wait, she's here. Still helping you, so flat roll.
Sweet. Yes.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You begin to understand you've been reading on enchantment class after you read illusion, and you can tell that the enchantment-based class of magicians and warlocks and other things with magic use energy and imbue it into other objects or into scriptures or into pieces of paper. You can tell that this man is very, very good at this specific job. Like, maybe not as impressive as like the best in the world, but definitely a very good person in his own field. You can definitely learn enchantment from this man, but when he's doing this, you begin to understand certain enchantment-based magics. He inscribes and imbues his energy into the magical mirror itself. And Nikolai, did you have the sending spell at one point or another? Or the message spell?
I have message as a cantrip.
You were already able to use message beforehand, but now you can activate it, and you can activate one more level 1 spell.
I only have one. I only have one level 1 spell.
Then it gets activated.
Okay, cool. Yay!
He finishes it and goes, "All right then. Place your palm upon it, and then state the name and destination." Well, actually, the name would just work, but if you have the destination, the mirror gets it connects far faster.
We know the name of the king, right? I can't remember his name.
Yeah, you can just say king if you forgot.
No, like above game, I forgot, but Dust would probably remember. But he would say, "King so and so, location, capital city, Isle."
All right. You begin to feel a vibration underneath your palm, and you see something forming on the other side. You do see more or less a stone closeted room with another individual like staring at you that seems to be a knight. They were first stepped into the mirror, but then looked behind them, and then did a 180 to meet you face to face. Looking towards you, you know this man, or at least you've met this man. It is one of the guards that was stationed with the king. He looks towards you since he already knows who you are. He goes, "Oh, you've activated the mirror. Are you doing a report?"
Yes, dust. Among the dust from the party Hope's contract is making a report.
Very well then. Do you need the general or do you need the king specifically?
King would be nice, but either's good. We can work with either.
Let's see here. Right now he is having a late lunch, early lunch since it's around 12. Actually, it's just lunch if it's around 12. Semantics. Right now he is having lunch with his daughter and wife, so let me go see. And he heads over. A few moments later, you can tell that this spell is a lot stronger than the normal like sending spell, since it didn't deactivate after 10 minutes.
Dust, before the guard leaves, Dust will be like, "Oh, and Princess Vola is welcome to come over as well."
Of course. But soon enough, he returns after like 5 to 10-ish minutes later, because they did finish their meal. And then like the guard stands in, brings in King Rello and Vol. They're on the other side, obviously, but they step in, and the king like addresses you like comfortably, not pompous, in a way he would a friend. It's been quite some time. Immediately, his daughter like steps into the mirror. Guys, it's been a while.
Yes, it has been a while.
He more or less not pushes her back, but like lightly moves her to the side. You can talk later with your friends. Right now, they do have a report. Great to see you all again. How can I help you today?
I take it your son made it back to the capital?
He did. Right now, he is training with the general, with the new recruits that are about to head out to the other cities.
Oh, that's great. So the first item of business is of course we got the communication crystal over here in the city of Dawn, we didn't get it up and running, but the city itself did. One of the local enchanters came by and repaired it. Apparently it had been damaged through an attack. Possibly brute force. The city was being controlled by a mind flayer hive.
That is concerning on both fronts.
Yes. More than likely, the communication were disrupted because of the connection. The family of Steel, at least the family of Steel, was in cohorts with the Mind Flayer Hive. They were working with them to some degree to gain power over the city. Possibly the family of Earth as well. We are not fully know of what the status is with those two families as of right now, but we can in our report we can say that the Mind Flayer issue has been resolved. We took out the Hive Mother as well as 5 Elder Brains that were connected with the Mind Flayer Hive.
Excellent. I don't know much about mind flayers, but I'm glad you took them out.
Not fun. Not fun.
Yeah, not fun at all.
No, they are not.
I would expect you to pay us. Sorry, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I spoke out of turn.
It's quite all right. You will be paid. This is an entire job I sent you out to do.
I know. It's been a very emotional journey.
I understand,
also
Mr.
want-
Nikolai.
Yes. I also want to mention that 75% of the population here in Dawn had been infected with the larvae of the mind flayers, but they were being controlled so that they wouldn't mature into a full-blown mind flayer. We have stabilized that, but if not this generation, following generations will develop some sort of psionic powers here in Dawn.
Again, I am not qualified to speak on mind flares, but if you truly believe, he got a 4 plus his bonus for intelligence. He doesn't know much about mind flares. If you believe you have dealt with the situation at hand, I will take your word for it. I'll send a medical field team there just in case to recheck them, but I honestly believe you. So long as they are not still tethered to the Underdark, it should be
I
fine.
mean,
They are
I
no
would-
longer tethered. That is definitely for certain.
That's
there is
good.
there is a. I mean, I think that's for the town, but there is a pile of people and the messiness that happened in that cave. But I guess that's
Yeah,
for its own source.
Yeah, the entryway into the Underdark has been open. That will have to be closed eventually, probably sooner rather than later. But from the sounds of it, some of the mines in the area have gone dry, so this may be an opportunity. But a passageway into the Underdark has been opened here in the city, within the farmlands of
I mean,
Dawn.
a cleanup crew might be important because if that's left unchecked, I mean, I don't know if you can do anything with those kind of materials. They could do, I don't know, but it's not good to leave them just lying there.
We will look
Then
into
we
it.
also, the city has also been putting together a squad of dragon riders. If you were not already aware of that.
That is new information. There are dragons in the area. The main one, which you have to worry about, he would know this part, but it'd be secret to anyone else. But you brought it up first, so he assumes you know.
Yeah.
The main one you have to worry about is, well, the progenitor, or the one that gives birth to the dragons. They are an ancient red dragon that specializes, well, in, first off, fire, and all-out fighting and war. So long as they're still asleep, well, they would have to still be asleep if their young were being controlled by humanoids. So we'll have to investigate that as well.
Yeah.
If you notice, I don't. Ada probably would have noticed. He didn't say anything, but Nikolai's eyes got pretty wide when he said something about that.
She's
Yes.
not exactly a fan of people, unless you prove yourselves either by strength, dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, or sometimes if you're quite attractive. I don't know why that is the case, but that is one of the ways you can impress her. Constitution as well, but very few take that option. It could kill you. Well, if you fail, you'll die anyway, so
Oh,
guess there's that.
Next item of business, when we were in the capital, we learned that the Great Forest was expanding, and it was soon to take over the city. Here, I'm just looking at the city map of the game.
Huh?
It was soon to take over the city of Borta. A member of our party that we picked up along the way, she is actually from the Great Forest and one of the protectors there. And through the stories that she's told us, it led me to believe that with the Great Forest expanding, it is not so much something that we should worry about in of itself, but it is a sign that things are bad. Because it used to be much, much bigger back in the primordial times. And it was a place of refuge for many people until that era ended. Once that era ended, it started retreating back into the Feywild.
Well, that is concerning if it is regrowing in size, but I suppose so long as we're okay, it should be fine. I'll have people still look into it, but no one should endeavor to go in unless absolutely necessary.
Yes. So, but if things get drastic, that is a potential place of refuge. If it gets so bad out here, but it will be more of under my recommendation, a last resort. With this last section, we were beaten up pretty badly. We're probably going to take some time down, and we are going to be heading over to the city of Yupta to take some time off, just to gather ourselves up.
Understood.
Get some things ready.
Dust.
Yes.
Did you mention it, or is that not what we need to discuss?
Above game. What is it?
Above game. What happened with the cloak, and then about you having to take a deal.
Oh no! I've already addressed that, and he doesn't need to. The king does not need to know that I had made that deal.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, it technically you have to tell him because it did have involvement with the city being under siege. Technically,
I didn't.
If he asks for details, like this is above a game.
Oh, okay.
If he asks for details,
Gotcha.
that's one thing. Like you're giving a general report. Like maybe down the
Okay.
line you have to like submit a true report, in paper and document. But right
yeah.
now you're saying
Okay.
we took care of it.
Gotcha.
Don't worry about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I'm just mostly giving him the big details of it was a mind flayer hive that we took care of, things that will take more of an immediate attention that he needs to send people to take care of. Dust making the deal with Bentar to get the cloak back, that's irrelevant to the entire situation.
Okay.
All that he needs to know is that we got it done.
Okay, you got it done. You're good. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool,
yeah, we got it done, and we stabilized the situation.
Okay.
Mm.
Cool.
There, okay, back in game. There is a possibility that they have just elected, or about to elect their new mayor. There is a possibility that this mayor might be a puppet mayor for one of the families, in particular the Steele family.
You do know that the mayor that's going to be elected is the mayor that's still in office. Just no one's running opposed.
Yeah. That might be something to look into. It's just whether or not it is actually that way, that's just a concern of mine personally.
Of course. If things aren't being run democratically with the rest of the cities, I will look into that as well. The last mayor was always a pragmatist, always trying to make sure that people survived, but at the exact same time could easily be swayed. If what you're saying is true and they become a puppet of some sorts, I'll try to find someone better, but in the end it is the people's decision to elect their own governance. In city-wise, I'm still the king.
Yeah. Just the biggest worry is nobody's running against her, so it could be very much she's well loved by the city. That kind of they see that they need her, but there could be some background situations that we do not know about.
Of course. I'll still look into it, but it's odd that no one's, like, even superficially, it's still odd that no one's running against her.
Yes. That's pretty much that is the end of the situation that we've gone through. We will be spending time in Yupta there, and we would like to get some more information about what's going on in the other two cities, because we do plan on heading to those in due time.
Of course. The last remaining cities you have yet to venture forwards, I will send a party each, maybe two, depending on the manpower we have currently, to them, and if they can solve it, I'll let you know. If they can't, I'll give you any information I have. The rest of the cities have gone out to, take care of the cities you have already cleared, and to investigate if their scrying mirrors are also functioning.
Yeah, with it having taken so long to get the others up and going, that is a little bit worrying, at least when we left. So,
Anakim, you also didn't look for them. You just saved the city and then left and forgot about why they weren't able to contact people.
Well, in Mighty, we'd said we had left because it was just like, oh, it's going to take us about 2-3 weeks to get a new mayor.
Yeah.
Like,
all of it's understandable. You just never looked for the mirrors.
Yeah, we never looked for mirrors, and then in like in Mighty, they told us, oh, nobody can get to that except for the mayor. And then in Quota, it was just kind of like, yeah, we need to get out of here because borderline #1 problem, and so
yeah, it's understandable. King Velo then states, very well then, I'll look into the mirrors themselves. Maybe the others were damaged in turn. You mentioned beforehand that before you give a report, this one, that they were still electing a mayor beforehand, so that's one of the key systems of actually meeting one of these scrying mirrors. They would need to take you into the dimensional shift that they are placed in. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to use them. So no mayor, no can do. That honestly does make sense, but maybe the other ones are also damaged, so I'll look into that as well.
Yes. And that is all that we have for a report.
Of course.
And
I'll send the next installment of payment to your vacation spot.
Yes, we'll probably be spending time at my family's place in Yupta. You can also reach out to Craftsman. Sorry, I'm trying to look up her name. Himda Torlukanda. You can also send that information to her. We will be able to get the information from either one of those locations in Yupta.
Of course. If there's anything else, just let me know before you leave town.
We will.
All right. He looks towards his daughter and more or less nods and then walks out of the room. Then she immediately rushes forwards. It's been a while. How are you guys? Find anyone to the death yet?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
It's not surprising.
If you haven't noticed, Vol, I mean, I just kind of put my hands out and this is me now.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I can't change anymore.
Oh, did you lose that spell?
No, I completed the contract.
Vol, Nikolai used to be a changeling. He is no longer a changeling anymore. He is now fully human.
I mean, you can tell she's trying to be nice, but at the exact same time, you don't know, like, she doesn't know what to say. So she states, I mean, that's not a bad thing. I mean,
No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's just that I'm not the same. I'm relearning what I knew before. So
One of the reasons why we're taking a break, well, just so that you know, is because this trip took a lot out of us.
it was painful.
Very
It's
painful.
really hard.
We almost watched 4 of our friends die.
Nikolai has lost his powers. Well, his spells. Ada is having some of her own problems that we need to help her heal from. And I have to make a large scale, a very decent item that I had promised to make in a deal with a devil. So we probably we will not be able to get up to the capital very closely very soon.
Vol, it's very good to see you. It's glad that we were able to talk. And if you want to talk, I mean, Beard, Iron Beard. Yes.
that's my name.
How long does this last?
Until you turn it off.
Okay, well, we're here for as much time as we have, so you can talk to us for as long as you're able to. Because I'm not sure when we can talk again. I mean, we'll try to get there and meet up, but we have until as long as we can stay.
Yeah, yeah, so we would like to see. It's great that we saw you again. In fact, actually, when we reached out and the guard said that the king was having lunch with you, I reached out and said, hey, we would like to see you as well. So.
Don't worry about me. I'll be able to travel again since my brother's here. Thanks for that, by the way.
Yeah.
Have you gotten stronger?
I've gotten better. I don't know about stronger. I haven't really faced anything to tell.
Wow.
Well, sometimes
You're stronger than me.
and sometimes many times training does make us stronger.
Yeah.
Oh. But if you can make your way to Yupta, we will be there for a little while.
I'll see what I can do. But if I'm going to try to do that, I'm going to have to start immediately. And as much as I really would honestly like to speak with all of you, I'm going to have to try to butter up my dad as soon as possible.
That is true.
It's honestly great to see you all again.
Same.
You too, Vol.
More or less, the other guard on the other side cuts off the connection after you guys say your goodbyes. Ironbreed cuts off that connection from your end. All right, then. Looks towards the mayor. It works! Very good. There's no need to yell. This is how I talk. Right then.
It's always exciting to do things gloriously.
This is the way I talk. Is there a reason why you're shouting?
Oh, backing you up.
Ah, fair enough. Very exciting. Yeah. You guys begin to make your way back. She releases a spell, so you guys planar shift back into your own planes of existence. It's like a pocket dimension, but that's neither here or there.
Yeah.
You return back to the inn without too much of an issue. You can tell that Fauna, Whisper, and Opal were doing other things. because when you got in, they weren't here. But like an hour or two later, they do return. For some reason, you see a pinwheel hat on Fauna's head, Opal carrying a small little bear, and Whisper, for some reason, has a wooden sword that's like very neon colored.
Okay.
She just looks
Where
towards
is
you.
Where did you
Well,
go?
did you kids have fun?
Fauna looks
couldn't say
towards you.
that with a straight face.
It was very much. Yeah, you couldn't resist that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Fauna looks towards you. I don't know about any children, but we had fun, I think. That's what they told me. Whisper looks towards you. Yes, we had fun. You don't know why she's
Very
upset. Probably because of the
Very
way you
good.
said it. Opal looks towards you guys. I don't know. I had pretty much fun. Fauna learned a few new things. She also learned how to scam people at a carnival. But that's neither here or there.
Okay.
What?
Okay then.
Wow.
It was more of an entertainment district area where they had like small games here and there. I think they're called farmers markets.
You got a pinwheel hat at a farmer's market?
She
You
won
can
it.
find anything. You can find anything at a farmer's market.
Very true. Are you...
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Opal was just gonna say, apparently that there's some festival happening soon, so they were getting ready, like a few weeks in advancement.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fauna then states, yeah, but did you guys do the things you needed to do?
Yes, we did make the report to the king. They will be sending help to the city, and then they will let us know any information that they can possibly get from the other two dark cities.
That's good.
We did let them know where we will be, so they'll be reaching out. Vol might be able to make her way to Yupta now that her brother is back in the capital, so that's a possibility.
Has she met? I think so. Not by much though. Oh, that's good. The Genasi friend you had?
Yes, a Genasi friend.
She
We
nods.
were able to meet with her, speak with her for a bit.
Yeah. Whisper then states, right then. Do you know when we're heading off to Yupta? If not soon, then a couple days. Either way, I've sent out some feelers for information, and I've sent out some other feelers for Amara's information that we're looking into.
Do we need to do anything else here, or can we leave quickly?
Or that's what I was asking. I just need to know so the information gets transported to a different city, or how long we're going to be here.
I do want to stop by the herbalist and apothecary here in Dawn. I want to see if I can get some wolfsbane. Nikolai, with the staff, I was wondering if you could help me out with growing some wolfsbane as well. I'm going to need that for the blade that I'll be making. Quite a bit of it, actually.
With staff? What do you mean?
The staff of cantrips, or was it a wand staff?
Yes.
Wand.
What does that help with?
Well, if you take on the cantrips for a druid with druid craft, you could grow that herb?
I'm not sure. I guess it does make flowers blossom and bud. I'm not sure if it. Maybe it probably progresses them a little faster, but yes, yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. I don't know all the details of a druid, so.
Fauna does state, so long as you're not from a different plane of existence, that should work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't necessarily have to do that here, but I am going to need a great deal of it. So.
I was also wondering, Amara,
Yeah?
do you know that if there's a way that, I mean, I know this is gonna sound bad. Can I learn without with something that can help me learn faster? Like if I can be awake while I'm sleeping, or is there a way that I can have a magic amulet that'll let me learn things and retain information?
You can get a tutor or a teacher. Magic-wise, you might be able to find something, but they're very hard to get and probably quite pricey. Let me roll if she knows anything specific. 5. I know that when Ada and myself were growing up, some older sibling held such an item, but didn't really know what it was. Not our older sibling, a friend's older sibling. So they exist, I just don't know what exactly. Although that family was shunned because they were using more or less cheap methods to learn, rather than being honorable, but not that matters.
I mean, I did have the ability to, before I did the finish the contract, that I had a spell that was very powerful that let me increase my abilities and learn and do things better than I did, and it lasted for a little while, but I'm not sure if I can do that again.
That could work. If there's an item that's imbued with that type of skill, it could also function. She got a 5+ modifiers. I'm just not exactly sure what it is. By the time you finish, well, maybe not finish that conversation, but at this point in time, you do hear a knocking on the door, and you do hear the orcish man's voice that currently runs the inn. Excuse me, something was left here for you this afternoon. I'll leave it by the door.
Packages.
Me
Let's
the
go.
mail?
That's the,
You open it, and it is it's a scroll that was
I run
requisitioned.
back, and then I throw it on the table, packages.
One
Well-
spell scroll. Ada, you were saying?
Oh, nothing. I was just saying. I'm surprised we had mail.
Oh.
You got mail.
But the spell scroll is there whenever you want and or need to use it.
Nikolai, you do know the location of a nearby city?
Yes.
Yetta?
Yes.
Uh,
What is this spell scroll?
The spell scroll is for the spell teleportation. Well, essentially scroll atop the circle.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to. Okay, so this is up to my comprehension, and I'm just gonna spitball this dogma, and then you can throw in wherever I'm wrong. Basically, I don't know how to harness the magic that I had. So I knew that I had the capability of traveling to somewhere, but not necessarily harnessing it. I know that the spell scroll would give me access to teleport there, but I've never been there. So that means that I don't know if I have the access to teleport to that location if I've never been to it.
Advantage 9 plus modifier. Amara does state, it's possible you might like miss it by a bit, but we should still be within the city's parameters, give or take.
Okay,
If
well,
the circle is known to you, then we'll
the
be
circle is.
within maybe 20 miles within the radius.
Hmm. I mean,
Yeah, shorter than that.
Are there worse possibilities?
Unless somehow someone messed with the spell scroll specifically to send us in a specific direction, I don't think so.
Okay. Do what you want me to roll an Arcana check?
If you want to check it out. If you want to check it out.
Okay.
No, don't.
I wasted it.
You wasted it. It's fine. The spell activates teleportation, so if you know the information, it will work. It doesn't function in like, oh, it's a trap. You sent to the night house. No, it's,
I know. No, yeah.
it's fully functioning, proper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I would have rolled that on reading.
The only problem is that Nikolai does have the information. It's just him trying to work it out with his current stats and this magic that's currently above him. It won't not take you to the city, but it might not be like dead center where the circle is.
Oh, that would be so funny. It's the circle lights up and activates, but then nothing appears. That would be epic. It would be like, what the?
Oh no. There's like a magic person that's just like they're walking by and I'm like, they like sense it and they're like, they're like trying to, there's like, they think the city is getting attacked or something because they like glows. I don't know.
Okay.
There's an invasion of invisible people.
Maybe. But that's the information you currently have. Natural 20 will give you that.
Okay.
I will say, because you got to roll a natural 20, I'm going to give you advantage on the roll, which is just 2 percentile dice. We take the highest to see how close to the epicenter you're at.
Wait, what? Oh.
So when we do use it, you will
okay.
get advantage.
Ooh, nice.
So that it's a better chance of us actually pinpointing the circle.
Mm-hmm.
Landing in the circle, or versus us being right in the middle of a lake or of a desert that's nearby,
or in someone's house.
Or in a dragon
That would
den.
be awkward.
or mid wall.
Oh god.
We can be wait. You can be. We can be teleported into a dragon den, or or like maybe I don't know. Maybe a
Dragon would not be within 20 miles of a.
Or I don't know. Maybe like
maybe a disguised dragon,
goblin camp or something, or like a I don't know.
You'll be near the city at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Opal does state, after you say it looks fine, it all really depends on when we are ready to go. I'm ready. Whisper's ready. It's all up to you guys.
What are we gonna start doing things as soon as we get there?
Amara does state, other than maybe Dust trying to make a sword and you helping out with other people helping you out with studying magic, I think we'll have just free time to do whatever we want.
Okay. Ada, do we want to take a rest before we leave or just we leave before nightfall? I didn't mean to direct that at Ada. I had another thing I wanted to say to her.
We have paid. I believe we have paid for at least one more day.
Yeah, if you want it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's spend the night here. Because I do need to go and see if I can purchase some more Wolfsbane. I'll stop by the Jewelers Guild and see if there's any materials that I can pick up over there. for the blade, but I say we head out tomorrow morning. That way, after we use the teleportation scroll, we can have a whole day of travel versus only half a day, if not less, depending on what type of procedures we have to go through once we get to. Sorry.
Mhm.
The Wyvern, or the town that the scroll, the circle too. So
Yeah. Basically the one to the south of it. But Amara does state, that's fine. It's currently around maybe 5 p.m., so if you, like, I don't know, want to get a drink or something. She's addressing this to everyone. We can. Otherwise, we'll just be shopping tomorrow and then making way afterwards.
above game. I didn't think it was that late.
So are we shopping tomorrow or are we
Like-
shopping tonight?
It wouldn't technically be that late, but Dust, you gave a report. Even in game, you technically didn't spend that much time. Well, out of game, you didn't spend that much time, but in game, you would have.
Okay, so you're essentially saying
I'm gonna make
even
it
though we didn't,
2
even though we
p.m.
you're gonna make it 2 p.m. now.
Yeah, because that's
Okay.
fair.
Yeah, no, I was just like, it would have taken about an hour to go up to the mayor's office, give the report, talk with Vol for a little bit, and then be back.
Yeah,
Like an hour and a half,
2:30
2 hours.
maybe.
Yeah, 2:30. 2:30. So.
Yeah, that tracks. It's right around 2. If you guys want to get like an early drink or something, otherwise we'll just be spending tomorrow. Says the
Ada,
exact
did
same
you-
thing, just different time.
Did you want to get a drink or I had an idea if you didn't.
I did really want to get a drink.
You did or didn't?
No. I
Oh,
didn't.
okay. Well, would you like to go take a walk around town? I was gonna look for something, and I would like you to join. If you want Amara to come, she can. That'd be fine.
I mean, if it's something personal, I'm not exactly close to you, Nikolai, so I understand if you don't want me to be there.
Okay. I just didn't know if you were if it was okay, if we could just discuss some things and make sure that everything's I could help out. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go on a walk. If you don't mind, Amara, if you have anything you need to do, at least before we go.
Maybe a bit of shopping. So, out of game, is Amara third wheeling? While you guys are discussing
What?
whatever.
I'm trying to make sure this is what I'm trying. My intention of like talking to Ada is like trying to
Yeah.
make sure that she's rightfully minded about everything and clear of the situation that happened
Yeah, yeah.
between Nikolai, and then also I was thinking about going to see if Ada I could find and buy an item that would help Ada kind of have peace of mind or something that would increase her mental stability. Like
No, I
that's
get
what
that.
I might. Yeah.
But
I see.
that would still be Amara classified as third wheeling this conversation. Like, if you want her involved in this, that's fine. If you don't, she doesn't have to be there.
Okay, I just didn't know if it would support Ada at all in her recovery.
You know,
But-
I'm very tempted to just roll a die for like odds and evens to see if Amara comes or not, because I'm an indecisive player. That does-
Go for it if you want.
I don't know what die. You know what? I'll do a D4.
D100? Oh.
D100. Do a D100.
You don't get to roll
You
very
wanna do
often.
Okay. Odds. Talk about odds or evens for Amara going.
Evens.
Okay.
That's
Wow.
odds.
Oh, it's odds. All right.
Okay.
Amara's not going.
Okay. It's a private conversation, so I understand that.
It would have been funny though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been. She would have been like, hey, I'm gonna go to this shop over here real quick. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, it's more or less you invited your friend out like to discuss something serious, and then they were next to their friend, so like, oh, did I accidentally invite them too?
Yeah.
But no. She more or less reads into it. It's like, oh, they're obviously gonna talk about something important, so better back off on this. So she then states, actually, I probably need to like do a little bit of shopping beforehand, so you guys can discuss whatever you need to. I'll be around town if you need me, though. Mostly at the tailor's.
Okay.
She nods. Dust, is there anything you're doing?
Muted. That's what he's doing.
Yes, mute it. Yes. I want to go to the apothecary
Yep.
to find possibly the herbalist too, to see if I can get my hands on any wolfsbane that they have.
Okay. Well, you soon discover that the council families run various things, and the best apothecary is, ironically enough, the House of Water. So if you want to visit them, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, no, it was like I would have the best shot at actually getting it there.
Mhm.
So, like, I'm not opposed to working with the families.
And the herbalist would be the House of Fire, which is weird.
No, especially
Now that I think about
especially
it.
those two. I wouldn't have those two families. I wouldn't have a problem with. I'd be a little bit more hesitant with steel and earth, but fire and water, no, not too much.
Yeah. Steel enchanters, earth. Well, you're not asking, but I'm going to tell you anyways. And earth, core, miners. But yeah, let's see here. City Street.
The street.
Getting rid of half of you.
I'm gonna be over here.
You guys begin to walk through the city. What was that?
Huh?
Oh, for some reason I heard something.
Face that way.
Might have been in my own home. Anyways, yes.
Dust will also be trying to go to the Jewelers Guild too.
Oh, yeah. Nikolai and Ada, you begin to walk down the street. See some people here and there happily enjoying joyous. Some griffin riders in the sky. They seem to be like standard, not like dragons. But you also see a lot of them like carrying things in their legs, like giant boxes. And they're all very colorful and festive. So, you know, a festival is happening, just not right now. Things are just coming into town. You begin to walk the streets. What do you guys do?
So, Ada, how are you?
Well, do I have to be honest?
I mean, that's up to you. I mean, I'm not forcing you to say anything.
Not great. I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm not doing great.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say that I know what you're feeling, but I do know what it feels like to have everything you feel like you worked for taken away from you. But I don't think that's the same thing.
I mean, you're kind of dealing with that right now, aren't you?
Yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm trying to be supportive, and I guess I don't know how, but I'm just trying to be aware that you have things that you need to deal with, and if you need somebody to deal with those things, I'm around. So, I mean, Dust is around too, but he's got something on his mind at the moment. So, I don't really have anything on my
Yeah,
mind.
that's-
Yeah.
That's just a little bit busy at the moment,
Yeah.
and I'm aware that you're there to help me. And as much as I want to help you as well, but I can't do anything. At least in your situation, or basically in mine.
Yeah. So we'll just walk around and just like talk for a bit, just to like get a sense of how we're like how Ada is mentally, making sure that
Mhm.
she's not like pausing and like getting lost in like she like gets distracted by something, or sometimes she just like stops walking, or like things are just distracting her all the time, like making sure that she's like those kind of things that like somebody that would have a mental block, like they would not be able to continue just doing basic things, like making sure that she's okay, like that kind of thing.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll insight,
Okay.
Wait, me or Nikolai?
Nikolai.
Me. 16s.
Wow.
You can tell that you guys are walking like window shopping, more or less. You do see sometimes Ada pauses, but it's only to like look through windows from time to time. But she does this often, which means like she's trying to distract herself with something. She's not, gone mentally. She's not fully dispersed or despaired in her own track of mind, but there is something there that is troubling her. She's already said it. You've already talking about it. She needs a vacation. You know that much for sure.
Ada, do you want to grab something, like buy something, like I don't know, what do you distracts you the most, like keeps your mind busy, or like at least gives you something to think about that calms you down?
Actually, that's a good question. I haven't done that in a while. Normally, I distract myself by helping others and just dealing with their problems. Now I'm at the point where I kind of can't do anything. I used to read a lot.
Are you pretty like, are you fidgety, or do you like to look at like, do you like to look at words or anything like that? I'm just like puzzles. Like, do you like puzzles or like little things like that?
I mean, I like reading and I guess writing, and I have a journal for that.
I was thinking of maybe some like one of those cubes that like let you rotate them, or like a sphere toy that lets you like solve the puzzle and it spins around, and I don't know.
Wait, out of game. Are you talking about those Rubik's cubes, or are you talking about those
I was trying to
fidget
make an
things?
in-game representation, or like maybe you could get like those like little like more like complex, like a metal like encased cage that you have to rotate, and then it like has then it falls apart and you have to put the pieces back together.
I don't know that one.
It's like a complex like puzzles. Like
I believe you. I just don't know it personally.
Yeah, there's like puzzles where you have different pieces and you put them together. You're trying to take them apart. They're usually made out of like wood or metal. Like there's one that's horseshoes, and it's like horseshoes that are chained, two horseshoes that are chained together with a ring, and you're trying to get the ring off of the two horseshoes.
like,
Okay.
basically brain. So like brain
Those
games.
Brain puzzle things.
Yeah.
I see.
So like brain puzzles, like something like that, like that would like kind of help Ada focus on something, but not try to put her like throw her like her like give her something to like focus on, instead of trying to put her energy into somebody else. Because then that would like train her brain and keeping her focused on something, but not let her kind of get worn out.
Yeah. That does
so
make sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Is
maybe
Ada
I would
into
look
those
for
kind of
Are there
puzzles?
any
Yeah,
of those
I don't
kind of tabs?
What?
Uh,
Would she like to find something like that or not?
Probably, yeah. I feel like Ada would never had experience with any of those things. But what you
Okay.
said about, yeah.
I guess we could go look around for some kind of thing like that, like maybe a carpenter shop or some kind of like knick-knack store or something like that.
I was gonna say, what's your guys' past perception? And then I remembered Ada's.
Yeah, there's Ada, so I mean,
Yeah. I'm just gonna use Ada's passive perception. You begin to walk the streets. Maybe are more or less looking for puzzles or like something to distract yourselves with. You do see a whirlybird hat in the crowd, and you can tell that it is Whisper heading out with her niece. Apparently, they seem to be heading towards a very busy street. You do notice them, but you remember that they went to like some sort of small little carnival system yesterday. Well, earlier this evening. They seem to maybe be heading back. If you follow them, you might be able to find what you're looking for.
Should we follow them, Nicholas?
I suppose yes, I'd be fine.
Wow, I never actually done this.
You follow them soon enough, and around a corner, you do see just one street, and they're just setting things up right now. Oh, those kind of puzzles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You enter a street, and there you see like 5 stalls here and there. Fauna and Whisper are going towards what appears to be a whole bunch of bottles lined up together with like rings, and they're like trying to toss them on top of it. But the other 4 stalls, you can tell that one of the stalls has like a makeshift crossbow that you shoot small little gifts and items all over the place. And the titles basically state shoot and drop. You do see a man like at the front counter of this thing and states, welcome. What should it be? You two hanging out, or are you aiming to get a prize? Just look at this shelf and you'd be surprised. Knock one down and it's all yours.
What's the
5
catch?
copper to play. 5 copper to play, of course. It's not free.
Oh yeah, okay. What is the prizes that I see on the table?
There's like 3 shelves. Like the first shelf seems to have like small little plush toys here and there. They're nice, they're cute, and they're like the softest, lightest things to hit. So those are likely the easy ones to get. The one
Okay.
in the middle seems to have like the type of puzzles you're talking about, like wooden puzzles here and there. But there's also like fake swords, fake lances, some horses here and there. So like more expensive looking toys that aren't plush and will get destroyed immediately. So those are a little heavier, but not by much. So it'd be tougher, but not by much. The highest ones seem to have like golden necklaces, believed to be golden necklaces, in a case. Another one has like a small little dagger with like an emblem of something you're not familiar with. Actually, let me look at both of you. That Nikolai's familiar with. There stands the emblem of Carvala. And you remember Carvala was an adjacent family to the people you met, before this whole Feist thing happened.
Mhm.
It wasn't the family that, obviously did all that and run you out of town. But it was a nicer family that that's quite wealthy and rich. What that type of dagger is doing here, you're not entirely sure.
Interesting.
Maybe, like their youngest son, likes to gamble things away, so he probably lost it somewhere down the line.
Okay.
But those are the more expensive things that are on the top. Harder to get, but not impossible to get. The last item itself seems to be covered in like a small little cloth, but it's on top of a wooden platform kind of thing. So, same price for each of them, but you must roll acrobatics to take the shot. you manage to roll high enough, you do so.
Okay.
Yes. The top row is 20 and above, and you can hit a prize there. The medium row is 15 and up. Well, that doesn't make any sense. 15 and 20, so you can get something from there. And the last row is 10 and through 15. Well, through 14, technically.
Okay, I'm gonna go for one of the. I'm gonna give him 15 copper.
All right, you have 3 shots to play. All right, then. He gives you 3 like fake bolts. They're like wood with like plush on the other side, on their end.
So I'm gonna shoot for one. One of the toys, or the whatever the puzzle things are.
That would be in the middle shelf.
And then
There we
I'm
go.
and then I'm gonna shoot for one of the upper ones.
Holy crap!
All right. You take aim towards the middle shelf, fire, and shoot.
The sword.
You hit the sword, and it falls down. Congratulations, winner, winner! He like rings a bell, comes over, thinking like you're done. You take your third shot before he even gets a chance to move.
I
Sorry.
don't even take my third shot. I give
your
it to
second
Ada.
shot before you
Oh
move.
god.
Which of the 3 items on top are you taking?
The top one was the dagger, and then the second shelf was the toy, the puzzle toy.
Okay, you're taking the dagger and the puzzle toy. Okay, shoot it out, and you take out the dagger before even he thought you were done. You shot the dagger down and goes, oh, oh man, I thought that was lighter than I thought. Anyways, congratulations! Rings the bell again.
Oh my god! I am
I'm
so
done.
flabbergasted right
I'm
now.
Nice.
Wow.
I mean, I knew you were gonna win something. I just didn't think natural 20s both.
I'm gonna say out of it before I roll, and at least gonna try to get the middle row or the top one. Ada's acrobatics has a bonus of -1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can
So-
I, if I give Ada, since I got 2 20s, since I'm giving Ada her shot, can I give her advantage?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Which row are you?
I'm going for
The middle one.
middle one.
The middle one's 17, so with advantage you do hit. 15 through 20, so you do hit. You take the shot, and there are 2 other items other than the sword puzzle that Nikolai has. There is a spherical puzzle made out of metal, and then on the other side there is a cube with weird colorations on each end. They seem to form a picture, it's just not formed in its pictured form.
I'll have the cube.
He looks towards it. Oh man, these guys are running out of town. Congratulations! Unfortunately, it is a rule that if you do win something, picks up your prizes and hands them to you, you can't play for the next 24 hours.
Oh. Well, I won 2 things.
So both in your hand. Both you and your friend
thank
both
you.
won things. He gives
you.
you the sword puzzle you shot in the middle row, which you now have. And the top row, you now have that dagger with the Corvala crest on it.
Nice. I pocket that and make sure that I have it on my person and don't lose track of it.
Okay.
Actually, I would do something very cheeky here. Do I notice Whisper?
They're currently playing the bottle game.
Okay.
You just hear her state, "Why don't they fit? They're smaller than they should be."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But okay. I'll make sure I know where that is. I'll put it on my person very well so that I have it and I'm keeping an eye on it.
Yep.
And then I'll give the puzzle to Ada that I got, the sword puzzle.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
You got 2 puzzles now.
Well, what was the cube thing?
It seems to be like a picture that isn't fully formed. It's like a Rubik's Cube, but with a picture instead of colors.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
It's more difficult too. The man
So
states.
now you have 2 things to worry about, to distract you with.
The man in the stall does state. Right. The sword turns into something else. It turns into a knight. And the puzzle thing, I haven't actually done it myself, but I am told it unlocks some sort of treasure. Based off the pictures, I'm assuming a picture, like memorial puzzle. I honestly don't know. Never solved the thing.
Oh,
But yeah, congratulations. Get away from my stall.
Have a good day.
You as well.
thank you.
I'm like giving him like that was like a two-sided have a good day. It was like have a good day. And then I was like, okay, and then I left.
And then the moment that you guys walk away, you just hear, "Hey, mommy, that man's giving him the birdie."
Someone says that in the background. You just hear some mumbling. I'll teach you to win. 24 hours wait period if you win. You currently see him Ada currently sees him like writing this new rule down.
I'm gonna can you see a mage hand?
If you make it corporeal, yes. If you don't, then you just
I
don't.
don't have that ability. Can
Usually it's transparent, so it depends on what you're trying to do.
I was gonna teleport and or place the hand right above, below his hand, and then just force it, make him mistake his writing real quick.
Yeah, go ahead and roll sleight of hand.
Okay. Sleight of hand. 18. Holy crap.
It's not bad. He is a carnival man, so let's see what he gets. 14 plus modifier is 3, so that's 17. Doesn't see it. You just swipe his hand with your mage hand. It doesn't gut out what he's writing, but it does he's writing this in some sort of paint. It washes through and muddles the entire thing. Now I have to pay for a new board.
Yeah.
You walk away. There are 3 other games there. If you want to play another game, let me know. But there's still Whisper and the Bottle game.
I can make sense of this dagger, right?
Yeah. It is the family crest of Corvala. From what you can tell, it is something very expensive, but also more or less a ceremonial dagger, like the dagger you have already in your possession. Normally, this wouldn't be at a stall at a carnival, small carnival, but carnival nonetheless. So either he lost it in some sort of gamble, or he's nearby, and was pawning it until he returned.
How do you spell that?
Oh, I put it in the chat. Corvala.
Oh, I see it now. Okay. So Ada, can you discern this puzzle very well? It seems a little cryptic to me, so I don't know.
Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's to actually do the puzzle, I guess.
I guess we can just walk over to Whisper and Fauna, and then just see if Ada can figure out the puzzle a little bit.
Yeah. While you're walking over there, Ada, go ahead and roll insight. Are you doing the sword puzzle or the picture puzzle?
Picture puzzle.
Okay. Go ahead and roll insight. While you get there, you do see that Whisper keeps shouting out, "Why won't they land on the bottles? I think you're throwing them too hard, so they keep bouncing away. I know that, but it should still work."
Being a wonderful aunt, as you would be. Yes, Whisper.
She looks towards you. Not now. I've already spent too many gold in here. You see the prizes and none of the sorry, not the prizes. You see the prices for to play the game, and none of them are in gold.
Whisper, they get you because you think that you've put in more gold, you put in money to this, so it's what's the harm of putting in more because they've already this far in deep. It's a scheme. They think that they keep you playing.
You know a lot about this.
Yes, I do.
Did you used to do this, or did you just have experience?
Well, I mean, I was they had a lot of carnivals in town, and I knew how to see through what they were doing.
Yeah. Ada, you more or less work the puzzle. It's not perfect, but you can tell that you get a general feeling of the pictures. They seem to be pictures of a mountain range in the various seasons. You haven't solved the puzzle, but you can tell what they're going to appear to be. But while that's happening... Oops, wrong map.
Delete my character.
That's the wrong map anyway. So
Oh, he's not there. He's invisible.
The Avengers of Dust.
you begin to head towards the House of Water. The very wait, where are you going specifically? The apothecary first?
Yeah, I'm going to the apothecary that's owned by the House of Water. I'm not actually going to the clan. I mean the family.
Yeah.
I'm just going to their shops.
When you get in there, you do get told by the shop owner, like, when you ask, well, actually, what do you say? You enter into a shop. I'm going to say currently you're not in this map. You enter in a shop, and the practitioner currently there is like a very stout, stern-looking older woman, gray hair, and you can tell that they're more or less a merfolk. Looking towards you, she does state, "Evening. What can I help you with?"
Evening. I have recently been tasked with a project that I'm trying to get some materials for. My name is Among the Dust, and I'm a jeweler. And I am for this project that I'm this item that I'm working on. I'm going to need a great deal of wolfsbane.
I knew you would
that-
say your name. The apothecary looks towards you and goes, "Among the Dust, you say? Unfortunately, I am not clear to give you anything without approval from my boss. You need to go and visit their home to get clearance. I don't know why, but specifically she has written down under specific rules to not do the business unless spoken with by her first from..." and then she states your guys' names.
Well, that's a little anticlimactic of all things. Okay. I
Agreed,
will go with.
but it is the rule here. A dumb one, but it is one.
I agree with you there. Very dumb. Very well. I will go and speak with this person to see if I can get some clearance to purchase these items.
Very well. You make way towards City of Water. Honestly, if you didn't say your name, you probably would have been fine. I just knew. You make way.
No. Like Dust, he's just trying to spread his name out. Like whenever he's working on a project, it's gonna be, "Hey, yeah, my name's Among the Dust," and
Yeah.
like he's not hiding it.
You enter into the water home, and 2 guards are stationed there. One of them, to the right or left, it really doesn't matter, does state, "Name, please."
My name is Among the Dust. I commonly go by the name Dust. I was told that I had to get permission to actually purchase anything from your shops.
Yes. I still don't understand why she did that. But you are on the list. He takes out a not a placard, but more or less a small little chalkboard that has your name, and you can tell even with your past perception has the name of your friends and 2 other names you aren't familiar with. If you want to memorize them, they're fine to do, but you don't have to. And he does state, "Very well, then step inside." He does knock and states, "Dust is here to see you, ma'am." And he opens the door.
Okay, I can just walk in.
You walk in and immediately you're hit with no light. It's very low light vision until you get to the middle of it. Small little pit fires are open. You can tell it was morning, but inside it feels as if, well, you just around 8 p.m. around that time. You don't know why that's a thing.
I'm just essentially going to come here to. I'm not going to go right up. I'm just going to kind of. Actually, no, not in there. I'm just going to kind of right here to this mat. Just kind of out of protocol, because I I would know enough of the protocol, and I don't go up much farther than this.
Yeah, you present yourself, but you give it a wide enough berth to like not disturb in what they're doing. Right now, they're like holding a nice wine. Notice you step forwards, nods, and comes forwards. You can tell that they are breaking from the decorum you've seen them beforehand, not presenting themselves as a member of the council, rather still uppity, but not in the way of currently on their job. Mr. Dust, it's been quite some time. A few days, but time nonetheless.
Yes, it has been a few days. I did stop by one of your shops to purchase some goods, and I was told that I had to come here to get clearance to actually purchase any goods from your shops. Is that going to be across the board with all of the families?
Potentially, if one of them does need you to do something in return. That is usually what we do. I had hoped you'd return, or at least get here far earlier than now, though. Since the mirror has been fixed.
That we need to do for you. Well, we were kind of strained a little bit on time and with how things are going.
I see. Well,
because we knew what was going on when we came in. Well, first of all, are you working with the Steele family in any capacity?
oh goodness, no. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to discuss some things with you. Currently, they were... Well, as of yesterday, they have stopped, but dealings with some of the village farmers within the western bordered area. I wanted you to investigate that occurrence.
I can actually tell you what was going on with that, actually, because we were actually here to... My company and we were actually here to deal with that issue. We just didn't reach out because we didn't know who we could trust among the council.
I suppose that does make sense. I was working with fire to deal with the situation at hand, but if you already know it, I suppose there's no real need for restrictions within the city.
Yeah. And I'm more than happy to let you know what went on.
Go ahead and roll insight, just in case you don't believe her. Or not, if you believe her.
I am definitely going to roll insight. 18.
Yeah, she seems to be telling the truth. You know that there's something behind, like, wanting you to investigate it, but it's, like, political things. Like, she expects, like, that they're doing some dirty dealings, messing with some things. Like, it's not like, I want to make sure that people are safe. It's like, I want to make sure they're not screwing me over. It's political matters at hand. She will work with you, so long as it benefits her. And in this case, it does.
Yeah, and Dust, like, for the most part right now, he's like, this isn't a big issue, and, like, about the only thing that I would need is, like, access to actually purchasing goods. And so Dust is like, it's already dealt with, and they're not in league with the Steele family, so, like, him asking was just in case.
Yeah.
But, so, it was like, yes, if you want to know what was going on, I'm more than happy to share with you.
Very well, then. Do you just give, like, a general rundown on what happened?
Yeah, just a general rundown of...
yeah, you omit anything personal from your own group.
Like, after Sundering... Yeah, like, after the Sundering, around the farming, the cat, it opened up into the Underdark. Maybe, the Steele family was in league with a mind flayer. Just kind of all that, and we neutralized it. Might need to close it up here soon. There will be people popping up that might have psionics abilities here throughout the city, but it's pretty much neutralized the entire situation. Like politically, it's like we're not. Bess is just going to simply say, politically, we don't want. Our group doesn't really want to do anything dealing with that. We've already notified the capital about what's going on, and just general rundown.
Very good then. Very well. She gives you like a little missive to give to the store clerk of her shops. Present this to them and they should give you clearance to continue your shopping. Honestly, I thought I'd have to bribe you or, I don't know, potentially give you my daughter's hand in marriage, but if you've already done the thing and all you want is shopping.
Oh yeah, no, that's literally all I wanted to do, and even if we had come in contact, we would have already done it. So, given it would have probably been a little easier if we'd come directly to you and you or the Flame family.
Perhaps.
But we managed to get it done.
Quite true. This is a proposition for you, but if you are ever done with your job with the kingdom, I would offer you lodgings here and a potential wife. Not me, of course. I have a husband, but my daughter. And in turn, you would become the next head of my estate. She herself is very impressive, and your own strength would advance that quite dearly. You can discuss or decide later, but it is something I offer to you today. That the case being, though, we are likely not going to be closing down the Underdark, but we are going to make sure that it is secured. We are running low on material matters at current point in time, and from what I can tell, the Steel family was using something of an underground passageway to acquire more. I'm going to have Fire assist me with the investigation in this, but thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, there is I can tell you exactly where the opening is. It's a shack in the farming district. Kind of haphazardly put up really quickly. It's within that building.
That was the area the Steel family took the meteorite that fell to the ground. I suppose that type of hit would open a passageway. Thank you for letting me know.
Yes. Now, I'm also going to be going probably over to the Flame family's herbalist shop, because what I'm in need of is some plants for what I'm currently working on.
I would suggest visiting their home. We decided on this plan together. So if you weren't going to discuss it with one of us, you would have to discuss it with the other. Or not, apparently.
Okay. Yes, then I will stop by their home as well, to give them the same information.
Very well. You may go if you like. Otherwise, you may join me for a drink.
I am a little pressed on time with what's going on. I'm trying to get the items, and then I'll be leaving with my party in the morning.
She nods and like walks away.
I will take your offer to thought, and I'll let you know in the future what we can do.
Of course.
Arrangements that way.
She basically goes back to her drink. You begin to walk down, note in hand to get clearance to shop. By the doorway, you do get one of the guards giving you a manila envelope. All right, then, here you are. This was agreed upon just currently. Sorry for eavesdropping, but that's kind of my job.
no worries there. It's to be expected with your job, so no problems.
It's not a problem. And thank you for understanding. Have a nice day.
You too.
Okay, you now have another envelope with paperwork inside. Do you head towards the shop?
Are we talking? It's about 4 o'clock by this point. 3 o'clock.
Give or take 4.
Okay. No, Dust is going to head over to the Flame family
Okay, that makes sense.
because that way he can notify them about this, and he can get the permissions to actually do the shopping. And then he's like, "Yeah, no, there was this issue that came up, and I wasn't able to get anything. They wouldn't let me purchase unless if I went to the families."
You do see one of the guards state, "Yeah, that does make sense. She did give us this paperwork that she normally doesn't give us, so just make sure you don't do anything too perturbed. She is the youngest member in the council themselves, roughly around 25 of age, so be careful with that."
Oh, did I just essentially get permission to?
Enter inside.
Oh, okay, and I entered inside. Okay.
They knock. Same thing that happens in the other side. Currently, you just see her reading a book. She looks towards you, and you can't really tell her age, but they told you already. She is the youngest member of the council themselves. The others are around 40, 50, 30. Not old, but old enough to be considered like true adults. Or at least politicians. 25 is quite young. Unless like you have family members that are doing this type of work. And even then, your family members would likely be the ones in that type of field. Or in those chairs. You come here and there's like a very, very small... like you just saw the water one, so this is very small in comparison. This is like a small little home. You enter inside reading a book. You do see Fire there. She looks towards you. "Oh, Mr. Dust. I am assuming you're here for, do you shop?"
Yeah, I'm currently working on a project where I need quite a deal of materials, and I stopped by the Water family's apothecary, and I was notified that I needed to clear it to actually purchase any items from them. And when I went and spoke with the Water family, they told me that I would also have to come to you to get permission as well, because I was also planning on going to your herbalist shop as well.
I guess you didn't see the sign. And you didn't see the sign because it was very, very worn. Well, this is my apothecary shop. Don't exactly have 2 buildings. And this was. She does state, "Well, if you've already spoken with Water, I'm assuming you have her clearance?"
Yes, I do have her clearance. I do want to let you know, because she did inform me that you both had essentially a job for our group. I do want to notify you that my party and we did deal with that issue. And then I'll just basically reiterate to her what was going on and information.
You basically see the same next thing. And Fire does say, "Oh, okay. That's good. Honestly, I was a little worried about the kids and stuff, but as long as you took care of it, I can't really offer you much like the rest of the families, but I can offer you my services, and if you need any type of information, just let me know."
Yes, well, you don't have to really give me anything. It's just having the opportunity to purchase items potentially. I'm looking to get my hands on a great deal of wolfsbane.
Oh, that is very hard to get. We do have some, but it's very low amount. I'm currently the only carrier of wolfsbane in this city.
Okay, well, it's a good thing I came here before I went over to the Waters Apothecary to see if they had some of that there.
They. I won't say it was them, but someone did take some. So they might have. I'm not entirely sure. But I should be the only practitioner with this amount remaining. So another family might have it. I just don't know who. She
Well,
comes.
That's perfectly all right. Like, they probably have a use for it.
I mean, when I went out, one of my guards did sell some to one of the family crests. They didn't remember who it was, but I suppose that's neither here or there. But she goes to the back room, comes back with like a small little case, and this case is maybe 3 inches by 3 inches. And then she comes over towards you. She opens it, and there are like 3 small little silver flowers. Technically, that's not how Wolf's Bane looks, but 3 small little silver flowers. These 3 are the only ones currently remaining. There are some dried up ones, but there are also ones that are currently growing. But that'll take roughly 3 months from now.
The ones that are growing, I don't need. I'm perfectly fine with the dried up ones as well.
All right. That's generally used for spell components and the like. If you want these additional fresh flowers, that is also something we can do. But the ground up ones, there were a total of 5 of them, and each one costs 50 gold. But depending on how many you buy, I can give you a discount. Or if you'd like, and if you want to attempt it, I wouldn't advise it. But if you want to attempt it, I can sell you some seeds as well, if you don't need it in the immediate.
Well, I do have some druid friends that could help me with the seeds, so I would like to get some seeds.
I can only sell 2 per customer, I'm afraid.
That's perfectly okay. 2
That would-
seeds.
The seeds cost 2 gold pieces.
Okay. I'll take the 2 seeds, and I don't want to clean you out entirely.
I was
I'll
going to
take-
suggest the same thing.
Yeah. I will take 3 of the powdered. And above game, how many of the fresh ones? 3?
There are 3 fresh ones that still have the roots. 3 like ground up powdered ones. Sorry, 5 ground up powdered ones. And she has a total of 8 seeds, but she can only sell 2 per customer.
Oh, yeah, I'll take the 2 seeds, 3 of the powdered, and then 1 of the fresh.
Very well. The powdered flowers and the regular flowers cost the same amount. So it's easy math. She like takes them, like reveals a small compartment that has like small little bags of ground up flowers. Hands them to you, hands you 2 seeds, and the seeds themselves look like a small little fang rather than a flower, but she does tell you that it is seed. She then gives you the fresh flower, and she does state. All right then. If you want the fresh flowers to be still active, or at the very least still growing, you want to dip them in. There are 2 things you can dip them into. One of them would be cultivated ground that has been blessed, and the other one would be quicksilver, but I wouldn't recommend that as it could poison your body.
I will not actually be consuming these items. It will be, they're going to be used within an item. So by trade, I am a jeweler. So,
Of course.
and the item that I've been commissioned to make would require Wolfsbane.
Oh, that's a difficult challenge then. Since it's made out of organic material, it does almost immediately grind up. If it wasn't for its own effective powers, you wouldn't have a chance. I suppose whatever commission you've taken upon yourself, they either believe that you're capable of doing it or a fool's errand. I hope it's the first one.
Yeah, I believe it is the first one. I actually, and I'll kind of lift up my lamp. I actually made this lamp myself, and they saw this, and they then commissioned me to make this item. Truth be told, these plants are only a small component of the actual item.
Well, each component must function as its own separate piece, kind of like a puzzle. But if you've made something this impressive and still at a young age, I believe you still have much to create.
Yes. In fact, you might hear of more items that will be coming from me. So,
I look forward to
if
it.
you ever see this symbol, and Dust will just cast Minor Illusion, and it'll just be like a jumbo version of his signature for items.
Hmm?
The symbol. It's like, if you ever seen this, know that it was made by me.
Of course. And once I acquire some funds, I suppose I could try to buy something from you in turn.
That will be probably in the distant future, but
Likewise with myself.
But yeah, feel free to reach out if you ever want a commission being done.
Of course. Oh, I suppose I should give you my actual name instead of my title. I am Farfalla. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too.
Like more or less small talk. If there's anything else you need, Dust, to buy, you're more than welcome to. But eventually you do head out.
Yeah, essentially I'm going over to the jeweler. It's just the Jewelers Guild, and I'm just trying to purchase some silver or some silver thread.
That's easily enough to get.
Yeah.
Thankfully enough, that has not been in depletion just yet. Silver, like for a blade or like general silver?
So, okay. Here's what my idea is for this blade. I'm going to make this blade carbon steel, infused with silver and with a silver coating. Because you can't make a blade that is just silver; it's too weak.
Yeah.
And so, in the carbon portion is I'm actually going to be using I'm going to be using powdered wolfsbane as the carbon within the carbon steel.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I only really need enough
What kind of
silver.
sword?
Oh, here. Let me put up the picture. And give me a second. Got to get to it. So this is kind of what the sword will look like.
Let's see if I can put a name to it. I'm looking at
Yeah.
swords.
I'm trying to get it. Okay.
I'm assuming it's not going to be in memes.
Yeah. No, it's in general.
Okay.
That is if it went through. Did it go through?
It says you're
No, not
typing.
yet.
It's
Oh.
loading.
Loading.
There we go.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's cool.
ah.
So that's what it's kind of gonna look like. Like I can get a better shot of the hilt.
Yeah.
Here is the hilt. If I can get it.
So is that? So from what I'm looking at, it looks like it's that kind of sword.
Yeah, it's that kind of sword. with the hilt having the wolf's head, but instead of having a tail at the very bottom, it's actually going to be the wolf's bane plant. The appearance of it.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of that there. And then there's going to be like the selenite that I got.
Yeah.
That's going to be put into it because that has it has protective properties against darkness. I'm probably going to be putting in like the flowers might be purple gemstones, or it'll be minerals, purple minerals.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out what it'll actually be. So like some of the minerals that I got that are from the 6 minerals that I got, they will be like a purple color. And then the grip will actually be made out of a cord. That's
Literally
made
just
from-
found this. This is pretty dope, actually. There's your color.
Okay.
Can you
Yeah.
see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, I was just asking based on the length of the blade.
Yeah.
That amount of silver would probably, since it's not going to be obviously full silver, run you maybe 80 gold.
Okay, 80 gold, and then the hilt, the cord is going to be made with silver thread and fibers from the wolfsbane plant.
Silver thread is not that expensive since it doesn't cover that much, but it would be around 10 gold.
Is this gonna be a
forceful
samurai
there.
sword? Is this gonna be a samurai sword?
Not so much a samurai sword, but more of just it doesn't have to be a sword. Like it can be like a scimitar, but like it's not going to have like the full-on hilt. So
Oh, you're going for this is not like you weren't looking at the type of the sword. This is like you're looking for what the sword like coloration, or are you really talking about the hilt
the
more?
type of I like the color, the style of this blade that I pulled
Okay.
out. Just in general.
Mhm.
So-
And then I'm also going to incorporate. I want to try to incorporate 2 spells if I can, if not only 1.
Yeah.
So it all depends on what I can and cannot do with this blade. Like, I do want to incorporate the spell Remove Curse onto this. So that on a critical hit, there is a chance of actually curing the lycanthropy.
Yeah. Like the more you add on, the difficult it'll be, but the more impressive it'll be. So,
Yeah.
it all depends on Dust's own artistic nature.
And then he's also wanting to put in the spell Moonlight to basically give it or Moonbeam. Not to
Moonbeam.
actually cast the spell, but to actually give it some radiant damage along with it.
Yeah. Do you have the spells, or do you need spell scrolls?
I have the spell Remove Curse, but not Moonbeam.
Spell scrolls cost 100 per level. So if it's a level 1 spell scroll, 100. Level 2, 200, 300, so on and so forth.
Yeah, Dust is not really all that worried about getting the spell scroll right now. He's probably going to go back to Yupta, and
true.
then he'll look at getting that. But like the spell scroll Moonbeam or Moonlight, that's like if he can't do 2 spells, he'll only do Remove Curse. But he's trying to make this as impressive as possible because he's like, I'm a jeweler, and like this thing, his lamp is like instead of like stained glass, it is gemstones, panes of gemstones.
Yeah.
And so he's just like, "Ugh, this is going to be impressive. So I have to make this sword looking as nice as possible with as much utility as possible for the what it's meant to be used for."
Yeah. But yeah. The silver for the blade would cost you 80 gold. For a spool of silver thread, 10 gold. But with that, we'll take a feminine break here and restart with Ada and Nikolai.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
So Dust. I was just throwing that in there because
As Dust is doing his own thing, we return back to like the city block carnival. You can tell that Whisper's like shooting some of the hoops trying to get into the milk bottles. This
Did I
isn't
help her?
working. She looks towards you.
Go.
Well, if you think it's so easy, like she gives you a ring, you try it.
Okay.
Naturally.
The man behind the
What am I-
counter. Go ahead.
What am I rolling?
The man behind the counter goes, "Oh, another victim. I mean, potential customer. Welcome, welcome." You see a nice tweeted suit man with like a curly mustache, halfling sort of fellow. He then states, "Welcome. Name of the game is however high you can score, the better the prize. The first row of bottles is roughly around 10 points. The ones in the middle, which are a little bit more difficult, but a lot more points, is around 30 points. And the last row, which is a little bit more difficult since it's so far away, will give you a resounding 50 points. So 10 points for the first row, 30 points for the middle row, and 50 points for the last row. You may choose the ever impressive prizes in the back. And if you have enough points, they will be yours."
I just have one ring, right?
You only have one ring.
Okay, I go for the back.
Okay. You look at the 50-point prizes and below, and you can tell that in the 50-point pool, there's like a nice little dagger. It's nice looking, but it's definitely not something you could use.
Okay.
And
I would.
like some other kind of things that are about the same thing. Like it's a nice little brooch, but you can clearly tell it's fake. Stuff of that nature.
Okay, so can I try to do something here?
Bands.
I want to see if I can try to tap into my ability to use magic and see if I can, if this goes poorly, use my Tides of Chaos.
You can attempt it.
Okay. Okay, so what do I roll for the throw?
The name of the game is arm strength, fellow. So you must use your athletics to fly. The last row is 20 and above. Middle row
athletics.
is 15 and above. And first row is 10 and above.
Said athletics?
So you get a 20 or above with athletics to get to the last row. That's a 4.
4.
Oh my gosh.
Tides of Chaos.
Okay,
Throw
go
that
ahead
up
and
there.
roll Arcana.
Arcana. That's 21.
Pretty good. You begin to feel that same type of, I want to say, insecurity of not getting the trick right or the attitude right. That's kind of how you were. Like, you're a perfectionist when you were back in the old life you had. This type of embarrassment was something Bentar used to create tides of chaos within your own form and your body. It begins to swirl around in your own making, and you feel this type of wild magic surge proc up. It doesn't fully proc, but you do feel a sensation in your body as if it's close to activating, but not quite there.
Okay. So it didn't happen?
It felt like it was going to, but it stopped, as if something is
Okay.
currently blocking it.
Okay. So
Like, it's there. It's within the surface now, but it hasn't triggered just yet.
gotcha. Okay.
The man in the back does say, "Oh, close one, sir." It was not even close. Perhaps paying a little bit more with some more rings will get the job done. Perhaps impressing this little lady here that gave you the first one.
How much is one again?
Will each ring cost 5 copper? Yes, 5 copper.
I'll give him 5 copper. And then I'll look him in the eye.
Not again.
Middle, last,
This is
or
the
first
first
row.
time that I paid. And I'm
Still
gonna
with-
say the last row.
Good luck, sir.
I'm gonna I don't know if you're gonna let me try to use Tides of Chaos again or not.
You can try.
Okay. So athletics.
Athletics.
Boom.
19. That is so close.
I literally have to roll in that 20. I have 0 strength.
Yeah, that checks out.
Can I use bend luck or not?
No, since you don't have access to that. But go ahead and roll another Arcana.
Okay. 24.
Oh, you're doing very good with that. You begin to feel that type of embarrassment one again. You see it like almost perfectly land on the bottle, and then it just hits and clips the edge of it, causing it to bounce out and land on the ground. The man in the background does state, "Oh, impressive! You almost got it, sir." You feel like this condescending voice in the back of your head, the same type of, "No, I can do better. I know I can. I can control this." You feel that pull of sensation warp around you. And I want you to go ahead and roll a wild magic surge.
All right. Oh, yay. Okay.
You guys organized what was going on with Wild Magic Surge and whatnot?
Oh, gosh.
I'm very, very curious what it's going to be this time.
You glow with a bright light in 30-foot radius for the next minute. Any creatures that ends its turn within 5 feet of you is blinded until the end of its turn.
Is blinded? Wait, how far is the guy away from me?
Around 30 feet, so it's still within the cone. Like, you blind Ada, you blind Fauna, Whisper, the man in the booth. Is there anything you do within like that 6 seconds of blindness?
Can I rush into the thing, place it on there, and then rush back?
Go ahead and roll stealth.
That's a stealth
advantage.
Because
they can potentially hear you.
Yeah.
15. 15's not bad. Disadvantage on perception. 10 plus 3, not gonna cut it. You quickly jump over, land softly, and then rush back. By the time you get back, you can tell that he's rubbing his eyes, so he's visible. He can see again, and so is basically everyone else. Oh, that hurt.
Oh God.
He looks at it. Oh well, who did that? It looks like someone won.
Hey, Whisper, you made it. The ring.
What? Yeah, me. I would say so, miss. You have like 10 rings with you. The man only paid for one, so that wouldn't make any logical sense. Sure. Mm-hmm. All right then. Only 200 more to get your pawned item back. Yeah. Yeah. She's visibly upset.
Oh my god. Do you know that I believe that you should probably give her like some kind of benefit because she did make that difficult shot. I mean, I would say like there has to be some kind of benefit from making that.
Yes, you get 50 points.
Interesting. Tricking people and then taking their money and making them feel useless doesn't really get people very far in life, right?
This is my job, sir. I really don't care.
Yeah, I thought so.
Come again if you'd like. Whisper in the background.
It's not worth it.
I know.
I need to get my purse back.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
made a terrible bet.
Whisper, you can get the purse back, and you know how to. You just can't do it by throwing rings at it.
She looks towards you like she knows she can steal it, but she looks at you with with that type of look that says, "Yeah, but there's a reason why I'm not doing that."
I understand, but what are you teaching Fauna?
To waste money on a game where you're going to scam.
Well, Opal had to get some books, so she left it with me.
Well, stop doing something that teaches Fauna to waste money.
All right. You guys can take her then. I need to get my purse back. The guy
Okay.
has like some sort
Whisper,
of
you're
box
going to-
that won't open unless it's the person that opens it first. The carny in the back goes, "That's correct, ma'am, and I have to be alive to open it. It won't work unless I am living."
Well,
Yes,
that's unfortunate
keep
for you.
saying this.
We're gonna go now. Hey, Fauna, you want to join us? Fauna, you should join us,
Okay.
please.
She like waves
Have
to
fun,
Whisper.
Whisper.
Whisper, you're going to have to give up at some point.
No, I won't. Whisper said, Fauna says, bye, Auntie. Bye, Whisper. I mean, it's fine. I already said I'm going to be your aunt. Moving forwards. She begins to try to get the bottles again.
Oh, I mean, I thought
Didn't
she
get
would
it.
have tried to
That's
do
okay.
something. Okay.
She tried.
Oh, okay.
Like out of game, in game. The man has a dimensional box that can't open unless he himself, while living, opens it. It's to
Mhm.
prevent people from stealing.
Ah.
Smart guy.
It's where he keeps his money and like any potential bets people make with him. Whisper more or less. Well, Fauna tells you this. Whisper more or less like made a bet like, ha, I bet I can get it on the first check and you give me the tallest, biggest thing in your stuff. And it's like, very good, ma'am. She missed. Later on, she tried to steal it back and didn't work. So she asked him, by chance, how much does it cost to get my purse back and where are you keeping it? Oh, it's in a dimensional box that can only be opened by me and I have to be alive to do it. I also has to be by my own choice and can't be threatened by it. No offense, ma'am. None taken. How many points to win it? Oh, roughly around 400, I'd say. Very nice bag. Okay. We're gonna come back later. And that's when Whisper came back to the tavern and
Oh.
mentioned people ripping you off.
Yeah.
Whisper.
Yeah, she's gonna be at that.
Yeah, yeah, she is. Oh gosh, you know, I mean, okay.
She'll be fine.
Yeah.
The money is not a heavy issue, but she'll be spending some.
Mm-hmm.
But that's her day.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of she wants her purse back.
Yeah.
Not so much more of the money that's inside of it, but more of the
So,
purse.
Fauna, what did you learn today?
You spend a lot of money on throwing rings. I
Well,
think for fun.
no.
Not all the time.
Okay. Well, the point, I guess the point we're saying here is it's fun to do something, but it's not fun to do something and get consumed by it. You don't want to have it become all that you think, because what Whisper did was put too much faith in her abilities, and then she has to fix her problem that she made for herself.
Okay.
So.
I mean, Auntie Opal did say that she was gonna try to fix it. I don't know what that means, though.
Yeah. Well. Hey, Ada, give her the one of those puzzles for a second. See what she can do with it.
Oh, hang on, Fauna. Do you want? I'll pull out the metal ring one. Do you want to try one of these out?
Okay. She's gonna try. Disadvantage.
Oh.
9,
Wow.
13
Oh
isn't bad.
wow, those are good.
She like begins to mess with the metal ring ones. She gets there's like 3 of them bound together. She gets like 2 of them unbound. She didn't solve it completely, but it was good enough that it got past where you guys left off.
Oh.
Okay, I can't get the 3rd one, but I got very close.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
You know what? I should ask this then. Since Opal and Whisper are now aunts, does that make me Nikolai aunt and uncles as well? Or it's... I mean, Nikolai, you kind of threw that out of nowhere.
It was a joke and it stuck.
Yeah, it did.
I didn't mean it to be like this, but we're here now.
Yep. You know, nothing bad is gonna come out of it.
Oh yeah.
It is a very scary proposition, though, with having Opal and Whisper being her aunties. But
I think I would. I don't know if I can sleep having the idea of having them be the guiding someone.
Okay, maybe Whisper is a little concerning.
Or
Or wait, no, let me rephrase that. Opal is the one that's a little concerning.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you go to any of the games, or do you head out for the day?
I would just head back and start. Hopefully, Ada's distracted with the cube puzzle, and then that gives her something to do and fiddle with, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I continue, probably like just talking, and then making sure we like relax a little bit, and then
Yeah.
get back to the wherever we're staying.
By the time you get there, you can tell that Amara's already there. She like waves towards you guys. Fauna. Hey. Hi. Did you guys meet up or something?
Yep. She was with Whisper,
Oh yeah.
and Whisper was kind of stuck in a, I don't know what it's called, a ring toss game.
Perpetual loop. Ring toss, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she's gonna be there for a while, so we just brought Fauna with us.
That's fair. I haven't seen Opal yet. Fauna then states, "Oh, she's getting back at someone. Is that a
What?
good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. She said she's getting back at someone and needs to go read some books." Okay. Well, I got my shopping done today, so if you guys still
That's
need to
good.
do it tomorrow, I'm more than willing to go with you guys. But I got everything I needed.
Well, I think we got some good things to talk about, and there's I think we settled a little bit. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. And Dust, do you head somewhere else other than the Jewelers Guild, or is that it for you for the day?
that's pretty much it for me for today.
Yeah.
Because I think it would be just moving over to the Jewelers Guild would have probably taken up and being over there, just associating, getting those items and looking. It would
Oh.
have probably taken up until about 5:36 at the
Yeah.
latest. So
Uh,
it looks like shops are closed at that point.
You easily do so, come back. Amara welcomes you back. So, did
Well,
you get... Go ahead.
Oh yeah, we got back to the place already.
Maybe. Is there something somewhere else Nikolai is going?
Okay, this is me as a player wanting to go to the library, but I don't like. I guess I don't know if Nikolai would need to go to the library
Yeah, if you want to.
Because I mean, I'm wondering if I could find a book on the thing that I'm trying to look for, but
We
I
were
don't
at the library the day previous.
I was at the library the day before, so
Uh-huh.
I have 2 books already. So maybe he has enough at the moment. But
Honestly, if you didn't find them yesterday, probably not going to find them today.
okay, gotcha.
There's a chance maybe someone... go ahead and roll a d20. Because there might be a chance someone, gave a book to the library.
Oh.
That's a 4. No, basically the same
Okay.
type of books you found the other day.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. You went there, you saw Opal in the background. She followed you back to the area. Back to the inn when you were done looking. You guys meet up in the inn, and Opal then, in your meeting room, air quotes, she does state, okay, so, Whisper's out doing some things. Are we heading out tomorrow in the evening or after tomorrow?
In the morning.
If
That
Whisper is back by then.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. If Whisper has accomplished it,
Okay.
it'll be in the morning. But
All right, good. So I want everyone to pack up immediately right now, because if you didn't accomplish it, we are going to have to leave the city almost immediately.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Well. I'll pack up my things very quickly, make sure that I have everything ready, and then I can spend the rest of the night reading my book. And if Amara wants to help me, she can.
She does. You begin to pack up more or less, given a cryptic message by Opal. Pack up, read, study, learn, and get ready for tomorrow. Whisper eventually comes back roughly around 9 p.m. She doesn't have a purse. Her bag.
Oh.
She looks
What?
towards everyone.
Gee. Oh, wait.
So much money wasted.
Whisper.
Did it not go well?
No.
How many points did you get?
200 at the end of it. So half.
Pretty good.
Well,
You did your best, Whisper. I'm sorry you had to lose the bag and a lot of money.
Yeah, me too. Opal then states, okay, so we're going to get up early tomorrow morning. Everyone immediately get to sleep. Otherwise, we won't have the strength to run.
Oh, but what did you do?
Nothing yet.
Do you want to meet us somewhere else in the city?
Oh, that would also work. So I'm going to leave town early tomorrow morning. We can meet outside of the outskirts of the city.
Well, I have to know what you're doing.
Oh, best not to know. You'll be implicated in a crime if you did.
What?
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna worry about it because obviously I'm gonna leave early because of it.
Just don't make it so that it's traceable back to us.
That's why I said we leave immediately in the morning. Okay. She claps her hands. Go team! Goes into her room.
yeah.
Does anyone wake up and leave early in the morning, or do you take your time? Either way, she's gonna be gone.
It is going to take her time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're not gonna leave early, but we're gonna probably be outside of the town by about 9:30, 10.
Yeah. You guys wake up, have your dinner. Well, not dinner. You guys take your long rest, Nikolai reading and everything else that's going on in the background.
So-
Nikolai contacted his girlfriend the other night. And maybe tomorrow morning, or maybe in the afternoon. Depends on Nikolai.
So it's in the morning, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go wake up early.
Okay. You see Opal currently has everyone else is still asleep. You wake up early. Opal currently has her gear and everything ready. She takes her hat, brims it so as if not to be blinded by it in case she has to run. She looks towards you. Oh, are you gonna help me, or are you gonna head out of town immediately?
No, I felt I felt bad. I need to go get something for Whisper. So.
That's kind of what I was doing.
Oh, well, wait. Okay, I'll help. What was your plan?
So, I recently, read some books here and there. I'm going to break an enchantment.
Okay. Well,
problem
I guess this
With that,
help me learn.
It might. The problem with that, though, is that once I break it, it will create a small dimensional pocket. We'll be sucking things in. I'm going to quickly grab the bag and run. So I am not witnessed or seen. But that man's going to lose his stall.
What? I gotta... Wait, I was just thinking about just turning invisible and just taking it when he wasn't looking, and then we could break it somewhere else.
Either way, I guess. But if we take it, someone can use scrying to trace it back to us.
Well, I mean, can't you just... I mean, would you want to break it in his stall?
Yes. It wouldn't be payback if I didn't.
above
guess-
game. This is Opal getting revenge.
I know, and this is Nikolai trying to be a good person, but he likes the chaotic nature of it. It's not hurting anybody as long as nobody's in the vortex of death.
No.
So here, I mean, I feel like sure, I will. Since I have the ability to be invisible, I will use the invisibility to try to help her in some way.
Okay. Is it an item or is it a spell?
It is the item that I have that once a day invisibility thing.
Okay, then I don't need to roll. All right, you begin to help her. Everyone else is currently sleeping. You head towards the stall, and there you do see that people are still asleep. The man that's currently running it is nowhere to be seen. She more or less, you begin to more or less use the item, hold hands, clasp side to side, allowing it to affect both of you. Only thematically, it wouldn't actually work this way, but thematically,
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Sure.
It cloaks you both in invisibility, and you head inside. You witness no one inside, but you do see a very sturdy, heavy-looking box. It honestly looks like a box. It seems to have like no hinges or like openings to it. All right then. I don't know who made this thing, but this looks intricate. She like
Can I look at it for a second?
yeah, go for it.
Investigation.
Investigation.
Oh my, that is very low. I got an 8, but I mean, yeah.
You got a 15. What are you talking about?
Oh no, I rolled an 8,
It's better
but
than a
yeah,
13.
Oh, okay.
yeah. I'm used to rolling high.
I'm used to rolling being better. Okay. You look at the script. That is, if you're a professional, you usually leave a marker or an indicator of who you are. If it's not your name, it's a type of emblem. But this one has a name, or at least an abbreviation of a name, because the other side has been like weathered down or clawed off. You're not entirely sure what it is,
Sure.
but it does have the initials, from what you can tell, HT.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
And anyone like in the knowing world of like enchantment-based things, crafting, and things of that nature
Dust would know.
might be able to figure it out. Yeah.
Okay.
You have the initials HT, and you have the letters you can make out, HI, and then the rest is kind of hard to tell, and then T, and the rest is kind of hard to tell. But yeah,
Okay.
you
Okay.
look at it, and Opal then states, "All right then, this one looks a little difficult to tell since I can't really see the markings inside." She takes out some magical chalk and begins to write her own script on top of it. All right then. How fast are you?
assist? I can run at a decent pace.
I mean, dexterity-wise.
If you would rate me, I'd be a 15 out
Okay.
of 20.
You're faster than me. When the box opens and breaks, I want you to go ahead and roll sleight of hand with advantage, since it's going to be helping you, to grab onto the purse. And maybe maybe something extra if you can find it. If you roll well enough.
Okay.
Afterwards, we're going to have to run. And as long as you don't have slower speed than 30 feet, we should be fine.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna use Tides of Chaos again if whatever happens.
Yeah. She
'Cause
begins.
we slept, I guess.
Yeah, you
so.
slept. She begins to finish the script, and then she doesn't cast anything, but you do see the script that is written on there begins to seep into the item itself, revealing its own script, which is basically it's the code of the spell. When that happens, the code she's written into it begins to break it one by one, and first off, it opens the box forcefully, and I want you to go ahead and roll your sleight of hand with advantage.
Sleight of hand and sleight of
21.
hand.
You already had advantage on, so the 21.
Yeah. No, I mean Tides of Chaos. I mean, wait, does it let you roll advantage? Oh, okay. So I would have to just roll again, not with advantage. Okay.
I think specifically in wording, you could roll 2 dice, but I don't like that. Too many dice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You still got a 21 though. Difficult to
Okay.
beat was 18.
Oh wow. Okay.
You quickly swipe into the thing and you get the purse and you get something extra that's currently like wound up with some cloth. You rolled high, but not massively high, so you get one thing extra. You grab onto it and you begin to bolt. Both of you begin
One
to
thing
sprint.
Extra.
Yeah. An item wrapped in cloth. That's what you describe it as, or can write it down as.
Okay.
You begin to bolt before anything else happens, and you can tell when you were leaving, even with a past perception of 12. Do you have 12?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Yes, I do actually.
Okay.
Yes, I have wisdom of 12.
You just hear Opal, run! And you begin to run. While you look back, you can tell that the script is still working. It's still breaking into the box. And currently, you do see like cracks and a shift in the air forming. On the ground, you can also tell that there is a perimeter that Opal made yesterday that begins to also shine and sheen. When you pass through it, you can tell it created some sort of dome protecting anything else that's around it. In case like someone might have stepped in at that exact same moment. Immediately the box explodes in the area, but it doesn't go that far as it immediately begins to implode into a vortex. It takes in the stall, the prizes, and the rest of the things into its own core, and within a minute it just disappears with a small little poof. You guys begin to run. She does state, all right, we're leaving the city. And you begin to run towards the edge. You make it to the end of it. Like, the guards there currently are positioned, so you easily are allowed to leave the city, and you guys are free. Home run. By tomorrow.
Ooh, I hope I learned more magic today.
Yeah, you were there, like, learning, technically. Go ahead and roll Arcana.
Gotcha, to 14.
That's not bad. You can tell that the way she worked it, there is a fundamental way of learning how to take control of a spell. While you don't know it specifically, that type of magic is something you want to learn. She herself doesn't know magic, but if you begin to learn the type of processes she understands, it might help in your own endeavors. Like, she can't teach you magic, but she can teach you the way of how to control your would-be magic and soon-to-be magic.
Sure. Okay.
But yeah, you begin to sprint, leave the city. By tomorrow morning, by a few hours later, Dust, Ada, Whisper, Amara, Fauna wake up. You see Opal and Nikolai are nowhere to be seen. Amara then states, I take it Nikolai might have helped or left early?
Knowing him probably helped.
Yeah,
So,
it did. So
above,
that's where it's going. Sorry, go ahead.
above game, I just figured out how to bring in Opal like her class. So, in general, when wizards learn how to use magic, they are taught, okay, this is how you cast the spell.
Mhm.
Opal has figured out the science behind the spells. Nobody else has really figured that out. She figures out the science behind each spell. Everybody else is just learning, oh yeah, no, you do this, and out comes your fireball. And like, she knows the mechanics of how a fireball works.
So she's like in, I don't know if you guys watched the Owl House, the
Yeah.
like a different version of Luz, Masita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although she eventually does not get to learn magic.
Yeah.
Luz can. Opal can. One of the reasons why her parents said, no, you're not our daughter. Super sad. She got revenge. Ran away. She got her closure. She did her side story. She's not the greatest person, but, you know, she
She's
got
something.
past herself. Anyways, Amara then states, that honestly makes sense. If we need to do anything else, we should probably do it now. Otherwise, we should probably leave soon, but maybe breakfast first. You do hear like a commotion in the background, but it's pretty far away.
Yeah. got breakfast, and then we'll head out of